제82회 세 개나 틀렸어.
Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host Lisa Kelly and today is our 82nd program and today's main expression is 세 개나 틀렸어. I got 3 wrong. Aww. Well, anyways, I know you get nothing wrong on your test. You're perfect,
because
right?
I don't take any tests anymore.
That's
I
right.
graduated, ladies and gentlemen. I recently graduated, so I'm very happy that hopefully in this lifetime I won't have to take any more tests, but we'll see. 안녕하세요. I'm Stephen Revere. Thank you all for being with us, and thank you too for being with us.
You're welcome, Steven. 안녕하세요, 네오미입니다. Actually, I'm so happy because I passed my test of my test.
Oh, really? Good for you. And Martin, I know you're at Seoul Day. I know you had a test recently. How did you do?
Yeah, it was very hard,
Difficult test?
Difficult test, and it's very, very hard to learn in this language, totally different from
How
Western
many
languages.
do you
I don't
usually
have to
get
tell you.
wrong if you have, say, 10 questions?
10 questions, or perhaps I get 1 wrong.
1.
Yeah.
But
good.
you had a good point there. Korean is nothing like the languages we're used to,
That's right.
The European languages, English, everything's flipped over, different order, different.
It's so frustrating studying together with Japanese and Chinese students. I mean, they don't have to study, they just understand the language.
They have a bit of an advantage, don't they? That used to drive me crazy, too. All those Japanese, the teacher would write the hanja on the board, and I would go, huh? And the Japanese would go, oh!
That's the point.
And of course, the Asian students have a little bit ahead of you in the culture-wise as well. You know, they've got a little bit more understanding of the Korean culture versus Westerners. Anyways, let's get started. Let's go to Let's Do It.
Let's do it!
시험을 잘 봤어?
세 개나 틀렸어.
Okay, earlier Stephen was talking about hanja, which is Chinese characters, and yeah, you see a lot of this in Korea too. You know, you go around and you see like lots of signs and apartments too. On the side of them, they have it all in the Chinese characters, and so yeah, if you've got to learn Chinese on top of Korean to live here. Anyways, the first expression we heard in Let's Do It was 시험 잘 봤어, and this is funny because in Korea you're seeing a test.
Well, as opposed to what? Taking a test?
Right.
I mean, in English, were you going to take it home with you? Where are you taking it? But
Right.
that's what we say, right? We say to take a test. And in Korea, you say to look at a test
보다.
or to see a test, right? 보다.
And they're spelled exactly the same. It's 보다, but one is to see and one is to take a test. Right? 시험을 보다. And then the answer we had 세 개나 틀렸어. Oh no, I got 3 wrong.
Mm-hmm. And notice, you would be perfectly fine in saying 세 개 틀렸어. Okay?
Right.
세 개 틀렸어. That means 3 were wrong. But what you don't know, if you say 세 개 틀렸어, then maybe that's good, right? On some tests, if you miss 3, you're doing great, right? But if you say 세 개나 틀렸어, means you did very poorly, you did very badly, because na means the number is very big number. When you only attach na onto something when it's a big number, and sometimes it will be ina. When do you think you would put ina instead of 세 개나? Why would you put ina, Martin?
Well, there's a pachim
Okay.
at the end.
There you go. That's right. When there's a pachim, when there's a final consonant, you're going to put the ina right there as well.
Right. And so some instances where you would use na, how about you're trying to buy some clothes? Oh my gosh, it costs 100,000 won. How would you say that?
만 원이나
10만 원.
100,000. 10만 원이나 10만 원.
나가요? Well, how would you finish that?
10만 원이나
That could be it. You could finish the sentence that way. 얼마야? 10만 원이나. 내야 돼. 너무 비싸다, right? Way too expensive.
Right. And another instance is, you know, when it took so much time to get somewhere, for example, okay, it took an hour. Can you believe it? How could you say that, Martin?
1시간이나 걸려요.
Oh, good, good. 1시간이나 걸렸어요. It took an hour.
And what's the difference? What's the difference between she said 걸렸어요 and you said 걸려요?
That's a past tense, I guess.
Right.
Right.
걸렸어. It took an hour, and then you said it
will
takes
take.
an hour, right? When you go 한 시간이나 걸려요, it takes over an hour. It takes an hour, okay?
And I wish our program was 1시간이나 걸렸으면 좋겠어. Right, but we only have 10.
10 short minutes, which means I also have to teach you more really quickly. We've got 틀리다, okay? 틀리다 changes into 틀렸어요 because, of course, it ends in the E. I'm sure you guys have seen this many times, right? 틀리다, 틀렸어요. 마시다, 마셨어요, right? Okay, that's the verb I always use to explain that, isn't it? Okay, another thing we want to give you, how do you say something is correct?
맞았어요.
맞다, right? 맞다, 맞았어요. That was correct. Now, something you want to be careful of, you will hear a lot of Koreans use this word 틀리다 incorrectly. Why? Because sometimes Koreans will use 틀리다 to mean 다르다, different. That is an actually incorrect usage. Koreans make that mistake a lot. 이 컵하고 이 컵은 틀렸어요. That is wrong. 그 자체가 틀렸어. In Korean, you should say 달라요. They're different, okay? Don't make that mistake. And if you hear your Korean friends make it, you can go, hey, by the way, that's wrong.
And have you heard this sentence? Okay, 시험을 못 봤어요. Have you heard this before?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I think you have. Okay, 못 봤다 means I
course.
couldn't see it. But tell me what the difference between 시험을 못 봤어요 and 시험을 잘 못 봤어요. What do you think is the difference between these two?
Well, the one thing is for good students and another thing for bad students. I guess.
That's a good guess. Okay, if you say 시험을 못 봤어요, it means you did not take the test at all. So perhaps you missed it or you didn't get to class in time. But if you say 시험을 잘 못 봤어요, you did take the test, but you didn't do well. So keep those two differences in mind. And when you want to talk about how many points you got on a test, getting specific here, okay, the word for points is 점수, okay, and so you can add whatever number that you got on the test. For example, you want to do one?
Sure, you could say, 점수가 어떻게 됐어요? What was your score on the test? And then, let's say you got 100%, you could respond in two ways. You could say, 100점 받았어, right? I got 100 points. 점, when you're just telling your score, you just put 점 at the end, right? 100점. Or you could also say, 만점. 만점 is a perfect score. 만점.
Okay, let's go on to wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
With Lisa
And Steven.
리사, 시험 잘 봤어?
2개나 틀렸어.
나는 2개나 맞았는데.
Alright, and I hope you caught the humor in our wrap it up corner. Okay, Lisa said, oh, I got 2 wrong. Obviously, I'm a good student. And then, and then Stephen here says,
I got 2 right.
That's right.
I got 2 right.
So in this case, he's just happy that he got barely 2 right, you know? Okay, so that was the humor in that one. And what else do we want to cover today?
I think they should have a repeat.
Okay.
Let's repeat here, huh? 시험 잘 봤어?
시험 잘 봤어?
시험 잘 봐서?
Good.
Okay, and then tell me how many you got wrong on your very last test.
그냥 잘 봤어요.
Okay, you did, alright. Someone doesn't want to reveal. Okay, Martin?
만점 받았어.
Wow, okay. He's saying he got a perfect score. We're going to have to call up Solda and find out.
Yeah, I know you're a teacher. I can find out about that one. Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's go over the expressions one last time. We're asking, how did you see the test? Okay, how well did you do on the test? 시험 잘 봤어? And then the response, blank 나, how many you got wrong. So 2개나, 3개나, 5개나 틀렸어. Okay, keep those expressions in mind and please join us next time here at Let's Speak Korean. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.